Steroids are very controversial in fitness, but what if I told you there's a scientifically backed way to mimic some of their benefits without actually using them? In this video, I'm going to show you how to optimize your training for maximum gains, steroid-free. Last Saturday, we dove deep into the science of steroids, the benefits, the risks, and their effect on muscle growth. Today, I'm taking you through some practical training techniques to help leverage your natural muscle building potential, using strategies to reflect some of what we know about steroid-enhanced training, but in a safe, natural way. So let's get to it. If we haven't met before, what's up? I'm Lockie, a final year sport and exercise science student at Oxford Brookes University. With over 3 years of resistance training and science investigation experience, I'm passionate about separating bro science from facts with a science-backed method. So we know that steroids enhance recovery, allowing for more frequent training of the same muscle groups. So for natural athletes, a critical way to get similar gains is by focusing on optimizing rest and smart scheduling. So for example, you want to be choosing a split that allows you to train a muscle at least twice a week, definitely not less than that, but also allowing 2 days rest minimum between when you last trained the muscle and when you're next going to train the muscle. For example, I'm going to train legs now. I want to train my legs twice a week, but I also need to make sure that I don't train them for another 2 days after this to allow optimal recovery. This is specifically very important for legs in particular. But I do not want you to confuse recovery with not doing anything. Recovery doesn't mean just not going to the gym or training. There are ways to actively recover and sometimes even boost your recovery so you're even stronger and have even better performance in the next time you train that muscle. For example, you could think about including cardio, foam rolling and stretching techniques during your recovery days to better optimize your recovery and, like I said, perform even better in the next session. They're just a few scientifically backed ways to enhance your recovery to allow you to train better your next session whilst minimizing injury risk. So steroids stimulate muscle a lot faster, but for natural athletes, a great way to stimulate your muscles even more is to focus on time under tension and controlled tempo reps. So you can see during this leg extension set, I'm really focusing on a slow, controlled eccentric, which is the lowering portion of the movement, trying to emphasize a short pause at the top of the movement, so a really strong paused contraction and a fast, explosive, concentric portion of the movement, which is where the legs are extending outwards. Using this approach creates similar muscle breakdown that steroids might otherwise enhance by boosting protein synthesis. Studies show that muscle growth happens effectively when we increase tension without overloading the weight, making slower, controlled reps an ideal tool. I do often speak about the involuntary reduction in rep tempo, but for the leg extensions, it's generally quite the opposite. It's harder to actually slow down the movement, so you might find that your reps actually speed up as opposed to slow down. So just something to bear in mind. So let's speak about progressive overload without maxing out. Steroids help the user's muscles to recover a lot faster, which allows the athletes to engage in high intensity sessions a lot more frequently. But using a natural approach by progressively overloading, either by increasing the reps, the sets, or the weights, will help to stimulate that muscle growth without actually maxing out the muscle and potentially causing burnout or injuries. So in a practical application, you want to think about applying an extra set, an extra rep, or an extra pin or plate each session in order to continuously and progressively implement progressive overload. But don't forget, you can use really effective tools like resistance bands or doing unilateral movements to increase the intensity without too much strain on the muscles you're trying to target. So regular, modest increases in weight, reps, or sets can increase muscle growth and strength even better than doing extremely heavy weights. I've covered this in a video previously, so take a look in the top corner of the video and click the link there. So here's the main takeaway. While steroids can enhance recovery and muscle growth, tapping into these techniques will allow you to effectively stimulate muscle growth and recovery without the need for shortcuts. So mastering techniques like controlled rep tempos, effective rest, and gradual progressive overload can keep your gains coming without the need for steroids. So to recap, you can maximize muscle growth naturally by using controlled rep tempos, focusing on strategic recovery and gradually overloading your muscles. So while these techniques require patience and dedication, they're safer and more sustainable in the long run. Plus, they deliver amazing results without the risk of steroids. So try adding these techniques to your workout and let me know in the comments if you notice a difference. Right, so that is this video wrapped up. Thanks for watching. If you're new around here and you're not subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button. You won't want to miss a video, and turn on post notifications, because then you'll get notified every time I post a video, which at the minute is twice a week, every Wednesday and Saturday at 5 PM British Standard Time. If you want to see some more scientifically backed concepts, take a look in the description. I've linked 3 of our most popular Science Saturday videos. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.